Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Jurassic RimWorld Let's Play. So, I've had to make a quick shift in our priorities here because two new dinos have wandered onto the map. Now these guys might look a little bit intimidating, but they're actually herbivores, so they're no real threat to us unless we attack them. But we have two Dino Kairos on the map. One male, actually two male. So we won't, wait no, that's a female, never mind. That's a male, that's a female. So if we got both, we could potentially breed them. To that end, I've gone ahead and I've started or continued construction on the fence here because we started working on this and then just kind of got sidetracked. So everything is basically all set up to go. They just need to actually build the chain link fence to surround this. And then at some point we'll throw in shelves just like this so that kibble can be stored there. But I figure this little enclosure might be at capacity. It's difficult to say. I'm going to keep an eye on it as the kibble is introduced and see if the plant life slowly comes back. Because if we have this stocked with kibble and they can graze, we might see that we can store a lot more animals in here, but until I know that for sure, I don't want to just keep stuffing animals in the same one. Now, if it comes down to us potentially losing them, having them wander off the map or, what have you, then yes, I will throw them in here just to keep them around, and if we need to move them to a new enclosure later, we can certainly do that. But either way, we need to get that fence built. The pawns just seem to have no desire to build these conduits, so I've gone ahead and I've allowed them to access these blueprints so that we'll at least start building this. And they did start a little bit, but for the most part, they've only slightly touched it. And I think that's about it on the construction front. I did lay out just a little bit more here, but nothing significant. And then as you saw at the start of this episode, we have shifted most of our crops up to here. So whenever these get harvested, or when these are ready to be harvested, I guess I should say, we can kill those plots and turn that into marble paving and go ahead and start laying the blueprints down. I also took the liberty between episodes to send our team off on the item stash quest because we talked about doing it at the end of last episode, but we never quite got around to doing it. And so they have been traveling for a good while now, and I think they're pretty close to their destination. Yeah, so they will arrive during this episode and we will be able to resolve that. As you can see, I sent kind of the usual crew with the addition of Tetsuo, who's not normally part of the away team. In fact, he's part of our home security team, but because we were dealing with a ton of rabid dogs, I felt that his oh, you can't actually see it, but he's got an RPK machine gun, which again, rapid fire weapons I think are going to be very helpful in dealing with those things. And they shouldn't be gone for very long. It took them about 0.4 days to travel the distance they have now, so about a half day to get to the destination and probably a half day home. And so it'll be about a day round trip, not including the amount of time they spend at the destination. Anyways, let's get things rolling. And hopefully we can see some construction happening. Lau joined us, in case that wasn't obvious. Last episode, his resistance had been broken, and so between episodes, Gomez recruited him, and he has actually taken Gomez and Eduard's space in the detention center here because he's a little bit better fit for that role. He has really high social skill with a lot of passion for it. He's also pretty proficient at combat, though not very passionate about that. But he's also a decent medic and he enjoys doing it. So with Gomez, I'm going to pause quickly here just to, no, we'll keep going. With Gomez, she had a similar skill set, though she was much better in combat. The issue is, while she was very capable in medical, she hated doing it. And she's far more capable and likely to work in construction. So I took her off of at least the high priority social interactions and moved her over to construction. And I've put her and Edouard over in the hotel where Lau was sleeping, in this one here. And Edouard is also somebody who is a fighter and a construction worker. So I'm hoping that that shift will allow us to be a little bit more efficient in terms of construction, and also a little bit more efficient in terms of looking over our prisoners. I talked about doing this before. We set up a dual refrigerator a while ago in here to store medicine. My hope is that Lau can be sort of an in-house medic for the detention center as well as a security guard. So he can kind of fill both of those roles and, of course, do the recruiting and stuff with his social skill. Whereas with Edouard, he didn't contribute really anything to the prison other than, you know, if there was a prison riot, he could, you know, potentially help put it down. But he didn't have much, if any, social skill. So he wasn't going to be actively recruiting people. He was, you know, either going to be fighting or helping in construction. Gomez is a similar case, except for she did have the social skill. However, with only one person that we're actively trying to recruit, and for the most part, the prison role being more of kind of an overseer warden role, the social wasn't as important. And again, Lau can fill that role. She, Gomez, can contribute to construction, which at this stage is more important with her construction skill. Alright, so let's hop back over here and see what's going on. There's going to be, yeah, a bunch of dogs here that we have to unfortunately put down with bullets. I'm going to keep everybody mounted, assuming that they still are. It would appear that they are. So we're going to keep them mounted. We're going to move into range. Oh, apparently we don't need to. Okay, hold your positions. We'll let them just start shooting. And I believe we will be able to outrun the dogs and kite them a bit. So let's get moving. Lester, you're cutting that awful close. So let's do something like that. And what I might do is, oh, you guys went a little bit too far. You're lucky that they didn't catch you. Since Boss and Allison are on faster mounts, I'm going to have them break off from the main group and do kind of their own thing. Alright, so you guys are headed there. Go to there and then to there. We'll just keep running them in circles. Meanwhile, these two are much, much faster. They can continue to harass, though they don't appear to be smart enough to shoot the stuff that's an immediate threat to themselves, which is a bit annoying. Come on, get that one. Oh god, you guys are terrible. Oh, and then you just got caught. Do we want to fight it out? I don't think we can get away, but we'll try. Well, some of you managed to get away. So Bruce is down. Lester has been hit. I really hope they don't kill Mariachi. I also hope that we don't kill Bruce with friendly fire. Alright guys, I'm just going to let you fight, because running them around is not working as well as I would have hoped. It looks like Mariachi's hanging in there though. Lester went down. You guys need to retreat. I think you're alright over here. Okay, not doing so great. You two can move in a bit. It looks like the animals did pretty respectably against the dogs, but of course there are still dogs that pose a threat, so let's try to deal with them. Alright, time to move. Go, go, go. You guys might need to advance just to help them out. There we go. They don't round corners off very well, and unfortunately that was why we got caught in... Well, no, that was more because they were just standing there and I didn't give them an order in time. Go on then, light them up. Let's get you moving this way. And it looks like there's about 3 left. Yeah. Okay, just the 3, and then we're done. Let's get you moving to that spot. Riker should be able to help out. You guys literally just gonna watch that one walk up to you? There we go. Okay, thank you for that. Feel free to fire away. Oh, you don't even have your gun out. What a clown. Right, attack that one. Oh, cooldown got us there. Right, that's one. Can we get the last one? I'll just let them fight it out. Though I should be careful because these guys aren't very good at avoiding friendly fire. Okay. So, I'm going to need somebody who's not super terribly injured to go ahead and claim this. Or just run in there. We need somewhere to start laying down sleeping spots so that these guys can get treated properly before we leave. Now, we could just let the caravan medicine take care of it, but I don't feel confident about that. So, what am I doing? Furniture. Let's see, I can do 6. And in between, we will do animal sleeping spots so that the wounded animals also get themselves treated. Okay. So, Riker, I'm going to need you to dismount and then rescue Bruce. Allison, how bad are you? I keep forgetting to treat your thumb. Go ahead and dismount. And you're going to rescue Lester. Boss, dismount and go rest. Sure, that works. And Tetsuo, dismount and rest. Okay, and then we'll have to figure out who has the medicine on them. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. You know what? I'll probably just go without. I know that we brought some. Yeah, there's 10. But I think I'll save that in case there are any infections. So what we'll do instead is we will just give them basic treatment to stop bleeding and whatnot. Which, yeah, a lot of bleeding happening there. You just have a bruise. Can you contribute at all? Yeah, you can. You're not the best at medicine, but this is a great opportunity for you to learn. Just stop the bleeding. That's all you have to do. Hopefully the animals are smart enough to get in here and rest themselves. You're not one for medicine, are you? You got a 3. I'm willing to bet that Riker might be better for that. Yeah, you hate carrying, so even if I made you do it, you'd be really upset. Alright. Well, we'll sort this out. I'll let her eat, and then I think she's going to go around and finish off any of the dogs that aren't yet dead. So what we want to do is, first of all, zoom out a bit here. If they're forbidden, we'll unforbid them. And then if they're still alive, like this one, I'm going to mark them for hunting. And then I'm going to ask her to prioritize hunting them. That way she can effectively, like, insta-kill them, rather than having to sit there and beat them to death or shoot them. That one. Okay, Bruce, how you doing? Not too much left. I don't think any of the animals got it too bad. Mariachi is probably the worst because he stood and fought them for a while. I thought you were hit too. No, I guess not. Must have been you. Whoops. Yeah, but nothing too bad. How is this coming along? Not too bad there either. I might have to allow them to rest a little bit just because the animals are wounded as well as the people. So if I can't get the people mounted, it's going to take us significantly longer to get back home than if I can get them up on the animals. I don't think any of the animals are wounded so much that their movement is significantly weakened. Well, 76 is not great. But all in all, that's not too bad. Certainly better than some of our people. So again, if I can get them at least able to get onto the back of something, we'll be moving a lot faster. Yeah. Let's see. How is he doing? 13 hours? Yeah, I need you to jump over here and start doing some medicine on him. Okay. And then Tetsuo, when you're done there, I'll ask you to tend to Bruce, and we'll just patch up the rest of his injuries. Gonna put the people above the animals here, but it shouldn't matter. None of the animals were suffering life-threatening injuries, whereas some of the people were. So in the meantime, it looks like progress on the bathroom is coming along pretty nicely. Again, I don't know why they're so adamant about not working on the bunker here. We have more than enough steel. In fact, we had, yeah, over 6,000 last I checked. So, I don't know why they don't want to do it, but they don't. So, at least they're working on something productive. I am going to need to transplant or copy over some lighting, though. So, let's grab... Is it here? Yeah, it's that one. Let's grab these lights. And we'll do one in each stall, just like I have it on the other side. I might need to wait on those. I don't know what happens if I build them before the wall goes up, but I'd rather not find out if it is something that I'm not gonna like. And then we'll do one chandelier there. Oh right, we need a roof. Well, that's easy, especially since we have enough walls to support that now. That's the wrong home thing. Build roof area. Why is that not showing up? That's strange. I might need to restart the game. Huh. I don't know why that's being weird. Oh well, I'll do it later. But yeah, we need a roof on that. So back over here, it looks like everybody is going to be just fine. Of course, there's a great potential for infection here. But nobody is going to die from blood loss, and that's the more important thing. Some of the animals have healed already just because their wounds were so minor to begin with. Tetsuo, do me a favor. Some of these animals are still pretty beat up, and you could definitely help with that, especially since you do have some skill in this, and it looks like you're about to level up and get better anyways. How is Mariachi doing? Basically done. Some cracks and bruises, probably to the point where we can ignore that. Riker, you need to still patch yourself up. So go ahead and do that, since Mariachi is no longer bleeding. And then I think that just leaves the female Gallimimus. So we'll go ahead and prioritize that next. But other than that, I think treatment is basically done. And then we just have to wait until Bruce and Lester can move under their own power. Because as long as I can get them to mount an animal, we should be just fine in terms of heading out. Of course, we can leave like this, but we're going to be moving incredibly slow. So I think it's actually more time efficient to wait until they can get on the animals, because then we'll be moving probably several times faster than we would otherwise. Riker's about to have a mental break, probably because he's got a lot going on. Don't worry about feeding it. Go ahead and eat. Go ahead and eat first. Yeah, go ahead and eat that. Recreation deprived, hideous environment. Those I can't help, unfortunately. Alright, so we do now have some infections to deal with, at least for Boss. So I've gone ahead and I've dropped the herbal medicine. He is set to receive herbal medicine, and yeah, he's got a little bit in each leg. So I'm going to ask Riker to immediately do that. Riker's not going to be too pleased with me waking him up, but we kind of need to make sure those get treated straight away. The sooner we can get rid of... Oh nice, Riker's fully healed. And anyways, the sooner we can get rid of that infection, the better off he'll be. And so tending it with the best possible treatment straight away is of course the best way to do that. It looks like the immunity is a little bit behind right now, but it should catch up relatively quickly. Of course, the place being a mess doesn't help, but it looks like Allison has almost entirely finished off cleaning all the blood in here. So now that's actually, you know, pretty decent. So we have some guests from the Union of Kanya. Let's see. Amanda's mother is here. Interesting. So these guys are down here. And they're mother of villager Amanda. I'm a bit confused. Oh, it's you. Okay. For whatever reason, I thought because it was pointing to the leader that was the person, but no, it's this one here. 3992, huh? Interesting. So she should be 92 years old, but she's technically only 39, probably because of being in stasis. But yeah, Amanda's her daughter, and it looks like she is friends with quite a few people here as well. That's cool. Probably because they visit so often. Hopefully we will be able to accommodate them pretty well, so that try to create friendships. That's new. But yes, hopefully we can accommodate them pretty well so that they continue to come back often, or more often even than they are now. And we'll talk to Pig here and see what he's got going on. Alright, Bruce is up and about, but he's still not in great shape. That means that we're just waiting on Lester at this point to be able to walk, and then we can go ahead and send these guys home. I don't know how much of the border collies, how many of the border collies we'll be able to bring back with us, but I'll try to get all of them, or as many as we can. And then of course we're going to want the Persona Core, which was the whole reason we came here. Not that we need a Persona Core, just because they're valuable, so why the hell not? But yeah, we're just waiting on Lester at this point, which is funny because Bruce was in worse shape, and I think he still is. But Lester, for whatever reason, is just not able to walk yet. So we'll have to wait on him just a little bit more. Well, Bruce just went down for whatever reason. I do not know why. But yeah, he just went down. That's unfortunate. Riker, Allison, actually, can you rescue him? Strange. I wonder why he was able to get up and then just fell right back down. Either way, hopefully we can get him back on his feet soon. Okay, so I was able to get the build roof tool working again, and it looks like we have the entirety of the bathroom roofed off. They actually got it built pretty quickly, which I'm impressed by, especially considering how unimpressive their efforts have been in other places. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, get rid of that. Then we want to grab a small chandelier, like so, and place one down there and one there. Okay, so as soon as those get finished, and assuming we already have conduits running through there, which I shouldn't assume because we apparently don't, let's get them in there, like so. And again, I'm willing to bet that they're not going to touch these because they just seem to hate conduits for whatever reason. But we'll get them in. That'll get this all lit, and then I'm just going to call this done. I'll probably force somebody to build these doors just so that we do have doors on this thing. We have the chain link fence gates, but they're not very durable. So I want these so that this is an actual proper bunker. It's lit, so I don't care that the rest of the conduits aren't in yet, but again, just for the sake of redundancy, when this thing starts taking damage, we want to make sure that those conduits are all in. But given that this is pretty close to finished, I think we can start focusing on the administration building now, which hopefully they will build as quickly as we saw them build that bathroom. And then once this is up and running, we'll get it furnished, at least to a very basic level so that it's functional, and then we can move on to the barracks. Looks like Lester's back on his feet, so that's good. Now we're literally just waiting on Bruce to get back up after he was briefly on his feet and then fell back down. So there's a good chance I'll have to end up sending them back off camera, probably between episodes, but we'll see. We will certainly see. I'm a little concerned that there's a bug happening here because, well, it's working now. Oh, good. Bruce can walk. Right then, let's jump back over here, and I'm going to do a little bit of micromanagement. Could you please go equip your weapons? And then we are going to get everybody mounted up and send everybody home. And we'll deal with bosses' infections on the road. How are they doing, by the way? Immunity's taken the lead. That's good. Means he won't die to those infections. We need to make sure it stays that way. So I'm a little concerned because these guys did have untreated bruises and stuff. And the treatment during caravans doesn't really discern between types of injuries. So what I'm going to do before we head out is make sure that everything has been treated. So you need to get back in bed. You need to get back in bed. Come on. Really? Is not going to let me tell you to do that? All right. There we go. Rest until healed. We're going to wake Riker up and make sure that everybody's bruises and bumps and all the little boo-boos have been tended to without herbal medicine. That way none of it gets wasted on the journey home. And it only gets used to treat boss's infections. Because there's no reason to use it for anything else. Mariachi, you had a few things as well. I think all the animals are fully healthy at this point. Let's see, Gallimimus 1. Yeah, just a little bit of blood loss. Okay. So, Tetsuo, why don't you help us out here just so we can get out of here faster. We'll have to make sure all of bosses are done too. I think they are actually. I think we did waste a bit of medicine on that though, but it's okay. I think it was only 1. Because we used 2 to treat the infections. We had 10 total, 7 left. So yeah, only 3 got used. Are you fully treated? I believe you are, and it looks like he's going to throw some food your way as well. You have a bruise on your head that I think is getting treated right now. Fantastic. Alright, Mariachi, you've got some stuff. So Tetsuo, don't feed him a dead dog, please. Instead, come over here and tend to Mariachi. Bruce is hungry. He'll get some food as soon as we leave. People have packaged survival meals on them. We're just not... well, I guess we could drop some on the ground. I probably should, just so that they don't start eating the corpses. Didn't you already feed Lester? I feel like you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. So you just need to get fed, and that crack needs to get treated. And I think we're done. Then we can go ahead and send them out. We can probably go ahead and clear that out as well. I think the mission is complete at this point. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. So, I'm not going to worry about Bruce getting fed, because as soon as they're back in the caravan, they will automatically eat. And there's enough food for, like... I gave them enough food for, like, 4 to 5 days. And it should take them less than a day to get home. So, yeah. Alright, Bruce, go ahead and mount up. Lester, mount up. Tetsuo... I think you were riding Ares. Yeah, go ahead and mount Ares. Riker. No, don't do any of that. God. Animal busy. Okay. Why is this being so stupid? Cannot mount. I guess I have to wait for you to... Oh, he's already mounting it. Okay. Who does that leave? Allison, Tetsuo. Animal busy. Boss. That's who. Okay, boss. I don't know why it won't let you mount this animal, but go out there so that you can as soon as possible. Oh great, they all dismounted. Okay. Let them eat and then we'll draft them. Come over here, please. If I don't keep them drafted, they're just going to be stupid. So I've got to keep them drafted. Right, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just stay on that dinosaur. You, mount up, please. Animal busy. Why is that animal busy? I do not understand what that animal's doing. You're going to have to ride Ares. That's fine. And Bruce, you are eating. As soon as you're done eating, we're going to get you on Mariachi. I do not know what you're up to. Mounted. Nobody's mounted to this dinosaur. Just bugs left and right today. Yeah, well, we'll just have to set it up so that she's riding it when we leave. And hopefully that works out. Alright, come on, hop up, man. There we go. Let's jump out to the world map. We want to reform our caravan. We'll bring everything. This is all fine. Yep. Grab all that. All the weapons. How many dogs can we bring? 6 of them. Okay, well, that's better than 0. So at least we won't be wasting all the materials. We're going to send them home. It's going to take them about a day. But if we weren't able to get them on the dinosaurs and they were walking under their own power, it would have been significantly longer than that, especially given that they were injured. So it would have been probably upwards of 5 days. Let's lock that in. And we can probably go ahead and start wrapping it up now. So between episodes, we're going to let them travel home. We're going to keep an eye on Boss's leg infections. We're going to probably ask Virgil. Let's see, cutting a tree down. You know what, Virgil? Come work on these steel doors. Make sure those get done. I may ask him to do the conduits too, just because he can do it very quickly. But with that stuff out of the way, and this almost finished, I will start unforbidding some of these walls here so that we can start production on that building. We'll work from left to right just so that we can give the neutral leaf as much time to grow as possible. It's basically ready to harvest, but I'll let it get to 100 just to maximize the yield that we get. And we'll also need to start producing some security clothes for Lau. We've got him a cattle prod. He's got a acceptable weapon, but we're gonna get him, a proper M16 so that he's armed just like everybody else. We've got a uniform for him, so we just need to get him a hat and a vest, which shouldn't be too much trouble. And I think that's pretty much it. So expect when we come back to see a little bit of this built up. We're not going to touch this for a while, but I will continue to add blueprints to it as I deem necessary. Oh, and I'm going to ask somebody to come along and work on this fence, though it looks like they've already started, so that's great. Are the dinosaurs still here? Yeah, okay. So they're still there. And it does look like the greenery is growing back in over here, so maybe I will just throw them in this pen. Though, I would like to section certain types of dinosaurs off. Keep this one exclusive to the Brontosauruses and Stegosauruses that we come across. And then have a different enclosure for other herbivores, and then another enclosure for specific carnivores, and another enclosure for specific carnivores. You get the idea. Anyways, that's where I'll leave it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.